Welcome to today's episode of Your Legal Guide by Emirates Advocates and Legal Consultants. You might have experienced the constant ringing of your phone, and it's often a telemarketer on the other end. You might get multiple calls in a single day, sometimes even from the same number, and let's be honest, it can be pretty annoying. But what if you are one of those making those calls, working as a telemarketer? Whether you are on the receiving end or the calling side, there are some important things you need to know. The United Arab Emirates has specific regulations governing telemarketing practices, and not following these rules can result in hefty fines and other penalties for telemarketers. So in today's episode, we'll discuss the telemarketing laws here in the UAE, what you need to be aware of as a consumer, and what telemarketers must do to stay within the law. Stick with us for some key insights that might just change the way you look at those calls. The Ministry of Economy and the Telecommunications and Digital Government Regulatory Authority in the UAE have rolled out new rules aimed at protecting consumers from those endless, often unwanted telemarketing calls. These changes are crucial for both consumers and businesses in the telemarketing industry. So let's break them down. Firstly, companies now need to get prior approval from the government before they can legally make any telemarketing calls. This ensures that only approved businesses are reaching out to potential customers. Additionally, there is now a strict time frame for these calls. They are only allowed between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., so no more late-night interruptions. The new rules also require telemarketers to be respectful and ethical in their approach. Companies are prohibited from pressuring consumers into making a purchase. There is a strong focus on avoiding misleading tactics and high-pressure sales strategies. If a potential customer declines an offer, telemarketers cannot contact them again. And if they are unable to reach someone, they are limited to just one follow-up call per day and no more than 2 calls per week. And the question is, what happens if a company doesn't follow these guidelines? The penalties can be severe, fines can reach up to 150,000 dirhams, and in some cases, businesses could face suspension of their activities or even have your license cancelled. On top of that, you could face a telecom services ban for up to a year. We could notice that these regulations aim to make telemarketing more consumer-friendly while holding companies accountable for their actions. So whether you are a consumer tired of the constant calls or someone working in telemarketing, it is important to understand these rules to stay compliant and avoid hefty fines. In conclusion, while telemarketing can be a highly effective marketing tool, it is essential for telemarketers to stay compliant with these regulations to avoid backlash. Disregarding these rules not only damage a brand's reputation, but can also lead to a negative outcome. Consumers, you have the right to protect your peace and privacy. If you are bothered by unsolicited calls, do not hesitate to file a complaint. By following the rules and respecting each other's boundaries, telemarketers can maintain trust and consumers can enjoy a more positive experience. Ensure a balance where marketing works effectively without causing unnecessary disruptions. Dear listeners, this is all for today, and if you have any legal topics you would like us to discuss, feel free to leave us a comment below and we'll cover them in our future episodes. You could also send us an email to the email address mentioned in the description in case you have any specific legal matter you want to seek our legal advice. Thank you for listening, and we hope you got the information required in this episode.